welcome to all who are watching these videos. In this video, I am explaining the definite integration MZ problems, and this is the video number 3. And in the description, I am giving the definite integration practice problems PDF. So all of you, after watching the video, once open the description and see the PDF and solve those questions also. Those are also very important problems, and the students who will follow these videos will definitely get very good marks in the coming MCET examination. So all of you watch the videos, make the notes, practice the problems. Okay, let us start the class. Now this is the sum number 27. Integral 0 to infinite e power minus 4x into cos 3x dx. So we have one particular formula to solve this question. Very easy. Here the formula is integral 0 to infinite e power minus ax into cos bx dx. The answer to this question is equals to a by a square plus b square. Okay, this is the formula. Now applying that formula to the given question. Once observe here, these two are in the same form. E power minus ax into cos bx integral 0 to infinite. So what is the answer? A by a square plus b square. What is a value? Plus 4. A square plus b square, 16 plus 9. So answer is equal to 4 by 25. That's all. And this is the second option. Next question, sum number 28. Integral 0 to infinite e power minus 2x into sin 5x into dx. To this one also we have one particular formula. The formula is integral 0 to infinite e power minus ax into sin bx into dx is equals to b by a square plus b square. So to the cos term the formula is a by a square plus b square. To the sin term the formula is b by a square plus b square. Therefore the answer is equals to, here a is equal to b is equal to 5. b by 5 by a square plus b square, 4 plus 25. Therefore the answer is 5 by 29. That's all. And this is the third option. Next question, sum number 29. Given that integral minus 1 to 4 f of x into dx is equal to 4 and integral 2 to 4 3 minus f of x into dx is equal to 7, then what is the value of integral minus 1 to 2 f of x dx? This value is given, this value is given, we want this value. Okay. For that, first I take the second condition first. Okay. Now separating the integration here, integral 2 to 4 3 dx minus integral 2 to 4 f of x into dx is equal to 7. Okay. Now what is the integration to this part? 3 integration 3x, that is 3x where the limits are 2 to 4 minus 7 is equal to integral 2 to 4 f of x dx. That is, I am finding this value from this equation. Okay. Now here replacing the limits value is 3 into 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2, that is 3 into 2 is equal to 6. 6 minus 7 is equal to integral 2 to 4 f of x dx. So answer to this part is equal to minus 1. Okay. The answer is equal to minus 1. Taking the first condition here. First condition is equals to minus 1 to 4 f of x into dx is equal to 4. Now what is the given question? We want the value minus 1 to 2 f of x dx. So minus 1 to 2 f of x dx value we want. So I split this integration like that. This is minus 1 to 2 f of x dx plus integral 2 to 4 f of x dx. We can split the integration like that. This is the property of the definite integration. So I split this question as equals to minus 1 to 2 f of x dx plus 2 to 4 f of x dx. But already here we have the value of the 2 to 4 f of x. What is that value? That is equals to minus 1. Therefore this question answer is equal to 4 minus of minus 1, 4 plus 1. That is answer is equal to 5, and that is the third option. Okay. Writing this value to this side becomes 4 plus 1. So answer is equal to 5, and that is the third option. That's all. Next question, sum number 30. Integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 sin of mod x into dx. So the question is integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. When we have the limits in the form of integral minus a to a f of x into dx, then always first of all we have to check the given function is the even function or odd function. If suppose this is the even function, then the question is changed as 2 into integral 0 to a f of x into dx. And suppose the function is the odd function, then the answer becomes 0. Okay. If the question is the odd function, then directly we can tell the answer is equal to 0 without doing the problem. And suppose this is the even function, then we apply this formula to get the answer. Easy method. When we have the limits in this form minus a to a, then always we prefer this processor. Okay, that is, first of all we have to check whether it is the even function or odd function. So I take that the function f of x is equal to sine of mod x, and checking that this is even or odd, that is substituting that x is equal to minus x in the f of x function, and sine of mod minus x is equal to sine x, which returns the value f of x. So f of minus x is equal to f of x means the given function is the even function. Even function, then what is the answer? 2 into integral 0 to pi by 2 f of x. Then the question becomes 2 into integral 0 to pi by 2 sine of mod x into dx. Sine of f of x into dx. Sine of mod x into dx. Now this is equals to 2 into integral 0 to pi by 2. So 0 to pi by 2 means which is the positive value. So mod x becomes plus x. This is the positive value. So mod x becomes plus x. Now taking the integration and replacing the values. What is sin x integration? Minus cos x. Where the limits are 0 to pi by 2. And this is minus 2 into replacing the limits values. Cos 90 0 minus cos 0 1. Therefore the answer is equal to 2. And that is the second option. Okay, first of all we have to check whether it is an even function or odd function. When we get the odd function, then directly we can tell that answer is equal to 0, but here we get this is the even function, so we apply this formula and then finding the answer. That's all. That is the procedure. Next problem, sum number 31, integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 square root of cos x minus cos cube x into dx. Okay, now this is equal to, here also first I check whether it is the even function or odd function. So f of minus x is equal to cos of minus x. Cos of minus x is equal to cos x minus cos cube of minus x. Already we know that cos of minus x is equal to cos x. So this becomes cos x minus cos cube x under square root of which is equal to f of x. So f of minus x is equal to f of x means this is the even function. That is, we can change the given quotient is equal to 2 into integral 0 to pi by 2 square root of cos x minus cos cube x into dx. Okay, since this is the even function, we apply this formula and this is equals to 2 into integral 0 to pi by 2. In the next step, first I take that cos x common from this step, that is cos x into what is the remaining value, 1 minus cos square x into dx. Now this is equals to 2 into integral 0 to pi by 2 square root of cos x into root 1 minus cos square x is equal to sin x. Root 1 minus cos square x is equal to sin x. Now what is cos x derivative? Minus sin x. That is, just applying the minus sign to this question like that. Minus 2 into integral 0 to pi by 2. This is cos x power 1 by 2. Root cos x is equal to cos x power 1 by 2 into minus sin x into dx. Now see here, this is in the form of f of x whole power n into f dash of x. Now what is the integration? F of x whole power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Therefore the answer is minus 2 into 2 cos x power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. F of x whole power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So this is minus 4 by 3 into where the limits are 0 to pi by 2. So minus 4 by 3 into writing the constant out of the limits values. Now replacing the limit value in this part, cos 90 is equal to 0 minus cos 0 is equal to 1. Therefore the answer is equal to 4 by 3. That's all, and that is the second option. Next problem, sum number 32. If f of x and g of x are any two continuous functions for all x belongs to R, then integral minus a to a g of x minus g of minus x by f of x plus f of minus x into dx is equal to. So given that f of x and g of x are two continuous functions, now what is the answer of this integration? So see here we have the limits minus a to a. That is, first of all we have to check whether it is an even function or odd function. That is, first I take that this total function is equal to capital F of x. Okay, the total function is equal to capital F of x, and capital F of x is equal to this value, g of x minus g of minus 6 by f of x plus f of minus 6. Now we have to check whether it is the even function or odd function. That is, substituting that x is equal to minus 6 in this function. Replacing that, x is equal to minus 6 here. That is, g of minus 6 minus g of minus 6 is equal to plus 6 by. This is f of minus 6 plus f of minus 6 is equal to plus 6. Now taking minus common from the numerator of this term, then we get minus of g of x minus g of minus 6 by f of x plus f of minus x, which is nothing but the given function here. So this value is equal to minus of f of x. So that is f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, means the given function is the odd function. So answer of this question is equal to 0. Okay. Since this is the odd function, directly we can take that answer is equal to 0, and that is the first option. Okay. That's all. Next question, sum number 33, integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 log of 2 minus sin theta by 2 plus sin theta into d theta. So here we have minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, means first of all we have to check whether the given function is even or not. So given the function is even or odd function, so taking that f of minus theta value, so here f of minus theta is equals to log of 2 plus sin theta by 2 minus sin theta, that is log of 2 minus sin theta by 2 plus sin theta whole inverse, that is minus log of 2 minus sin theta by 2 plus sin theta, that is minus f of theta. So f of minus theta is equal to minus f of theta, then this is the odd function, means the answer is equal to 0. That's all. That is the answer. Next question, sum number 34, integral minus 1 by 3 to 1 by 3 cos x into log of 1 minus x by 1 plus x into dx. Now this is equals to, so minus 1 by 3 to 1 by 3 means we have to check the function is the even function or odd function. So first we take that this function in the question is equal to f of x. Now we want the f of minus x value. Cos of minus x, cos of minus x is equal to cos x here, and this is log of 1 minus minus x. 1 minus minus x is equal to 1 plus x by 1 minus x equals to cos x into, writing the, just changing the fraction here, just interchanging the fraction here, that is log of 1 minus x by 1 plus x whole inverse. Now writing this power as the coefficient means this becomes minus cos x into log of 1 minus x by 1 plus x, which is equals to minus f of x. In the given question, the function is the odd function. Since this is the odd function, therefore the answer to the given question is equal to 0, and that is the first option. That's all. Next question, sum number 35, integral 8 to 9 square root of x minus 8 by 9 minus x into dx. Now we have one particular formula to solve this question. Very easy, just applying the formula. Here the formula is integral a to b x minus a by b minus x into dx is equals to pi by 2 into b minus a. So this is the formula for finding the above question. So answer is equals to pi by 2 into what are a comma b values here? A is equals to 8, b is equal to 9. So x minus a by b minus x. A is equals to 8, b is equal to 9. B minus a, 9 minus 8. Therefore the answer is equal to pi by 2. That's all, and that is the third option. Next question, sum number 36, integral 1 to 3 dx by square root of x minus 1 into 3 minus x. Here also we have one formula. The formula is integral a to b dx by square root of x minus a into b minus x is equal to only pi. That is the answer. Here whatever the values of a comma b, here whatever the values of a comma b, the answer is equal to pi. Therefore the answer to the given question is equal to pi, since this is in the form of integral a to b dx by square root of x minus a into b minus x, where a is equal to 1, b is equal to 3. So answer is equal to pi. That's all, and that is the first option. Next question, sum number 37, integral 0 to 1 square root of x into 1 minus x into dx. Now see here, this is in the form of integral 0 to 1. X means I take that is equal to x minus 0. X minus 0 into 1 minus x. Now clearly this is in the form of integral a to b square root of x minus a into b minus x into dx. And the answer to this question is equal to pi by 8 into b minus a whole square. Okay, this is the formula. So applying the formula to the given question, therefore answer is equal to pi by 8 into what are a comma b values here? A is equal to 0, b is equal to 1. 1 minus 0 whole square, that is equals to pi by 8. That's all, and that is the fourth option.